Before we get into it, let me hit you with a surprising fact. The very garlic you've been told will protect your heart could be quietly straining it if you eat it the wrong way. Welcome to Senior Club, your trusted place for simple, science-backed tips that help you stay strong, independent, and full of life at every age. Here, we believe your best years aren't behind you, they're ahead, waiting for you to unlock them with small, smart daily choices. Now, let me ask you, have you ever crushed a fresh clove, smelled that sharp, earthy aroma, and thought, this is pure health? You'd be right. Garlic can lower blood pressure, protect the heart, boost immunity, and keep the brain sharp. But here's the twist: if you're over 60, there are certain ways of eating garlic that can actually work against you. I'm talking about 6 common mistakes, things most people don't even realize they're doing, that can turn garlic from a natural healer into something that upsets your digestion, interferes with your medications, or even puts extra strain on your arteries. But don't worry, the fixes are simple. Once you know these 6 mistakes and how to avoid them, you can enjoy garlic in a way that's safe, senior-friendly, and still delicious. So, grab your cup of tea, get comfortable, and stay with me, because the first mistake is something that might be on your plate tonight. And remember, this isn't medical advice. Always check with your healthcare provider, especially if you're on medication. Now, let's uncover mistake number 1, and why it can silently undo garlic's best benefits. Visual. Close-up of garlic sizzling gently in a pan, steam curling upward. Before we even get to the kitchen table, let me give you a quick jolt. The very garlic you eat to protect your heart could be quietly putting it at risk, without you having a clue. Now, picture this. It's a calm morning. You've made a simple breakfast: scrambled eggs, a warm slice of toast, and a sprinkle of chopped garlic for that healthy kick. You feel good, even proud. Because garlic is nature's medicine, right? But here's the truth. The way you prepare, combine, or time your garlic can mean the difference between strengthening your heart and straining it. Scientists have found that when garlic is handled the wrong way, or paired with certain everyday foods, its healing compounds can vanish before they ever help your body. Worse, in some cases, it can interfere with common medications for blood pressure, blood thinners, or cholesterol, making them less effective, or even risky. And here's the kicker. These aren't rare mistakes. They're happening in senior kitchens across the US, UK, Canada, and Australia every single day. The twist is, garlic itself isn't the enemy, it's the little habits around it that turn it into something your body struggles with. That's why you'll hear seniors say things like, I eat garlic every day but my blood pressure hasn't changed, or I started getting stomach trouble after adding garlic to my meals. Here's my promise. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal the 6 biggest garlic mistakes seniors make, why they're risky, and exactly how to fix them tonight. You'll walk away with a Senior Club garlic blueprint, a plan that can boost your heart health, protect your memory, and even calm digestion without costing you a penny more. But to understand why these mistakes are so critical after 60, we need to start with one simple truth about how your body changes as you age. And that's exactly where we're headed next. Visual. A pair of hands sprinkling chopped garlic into a pan, then a soft fade to a thriving garden slowly changing over the seasons. Here's something most people never think about. Once you pass 60, the same garlic you've eaten for decades can start working differently in your body, sometimes for the better, but sometimes in ways that quietly work against you. Think of your body like a garden. In your younger years, the soil is rich, the watering system is strong, and the plants can bounce back from rough weather. But as the seasons pass, the soil changes, the roots become more delicate, and every drop of water and every nutrient matters more. That's exactly how your body works with food now. Every nutrient counts, and the wrong combinations or preparations can tip the balance. Here's why garlic plays by new rules after 60. Slower metabolism means compounds like allicin, garlic's main healing ingredient, stay in your system longer. This can be powerful or problematic, depending on how you eat it. More medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or pain Increase the risk of timing or interaction issues if garlic isn't eaten the right way. More sensitive digestion, that fiery kick you loved at 40 might now cause bloating, irritation, or reflux if prepared wrong. Changing nutrient absorption, antioxidants in garlic only work if your body gets them in the right form, at the right time, and with the right combinations. This is why you'll sometimes hear seniors say, "I've eaten garlic all my life, but now it upsets my stomach, or it doesn't seem to help my blood pressure anymore." The truth isn't that garlic has changed, it's that your body's rules for using it have changed. The good news, once you know these new rules, garlic can actually work harder for you now than it ever did before, protecting your heart, feeding your brain, and strengthening your immunity. But first, we need to talk about the biggest garlic mistake seniors make before it even reaches the plate, and it starts right here, in the kitchen. Visual close-up of a cutting board, a senior crushing garlic cloves, the sharp scent rising like steam. If there's one garlic mistake I see again and again, it's this, thinking that if a little garlic is good, then more must be better. Raw garlic is powerful, no question. It's been called nature's medicine for fighting infections, lowering blood pressure, and even helping keep arteries clear. But after 60, the dose can make the difference between healing and harm. Think of raw garlic like a heavy-duty cleaner. Use the right amount, and it works beautifully. Use too much, and it starts stripping away the good, along with the bad. Here's what can happen if you overdo it. Digestive overload. Raw garlic's high allicin content is intense. In younger years, your gut could handle the sting. But now, your stomach lining is thinner and more sensitive. Too much can cause burning, bloating, nausea, or diarrhea. Dangerous blood pressure drops. Garlic relaxes blood vessels. If you're already on blood pressure medication, too much can push it to low, leaving you dizzy, lightheaded, or even fainting when you stand. Increased bleeding risk. Garlic is a natural blood thinner. If you're on aspirin, warfarin, or similar meds, excess amounts can mean easy bruising, nosebleeds, or prolonged bleeding from small cuts. Robert's story. Robert, 72, decided to eat 4 raw cloves every morning after reading about garlic's superpowers online. The first few days, just some strong garlic breath. But by day 5, he stood up from bed and the room spun. His blood pressure had plunged. Later, he noticed dark bruises on his arm from a light bump against the counter. The safer way, for most seniors, 1 small raw clove per day, crushed and left for 10 minutes before eating, is enough for heart and immune benefits, without the stomach or blood pressure risks. Want more garlic? Lightly cook it to soften the compounds and make it gentler on your system. Bottom line, raw garlic isn't bad, but more is not better. The goal is your personal therapeutic dose. Just enough for the benefits, none of the downsides. And that brings us to mistake number 2, a sneaky one that has nothing to do with how much garlic you eat, and everything to do with what you eat it with. This common pairing can silently block garlic's best effects. Visual: a small glass of water next to a pill case and a clove of garlic on the kitchen counter, hands reaching for both at the same time. This one is sneaky because it's not about how you prepare garlic, but when and with what else you take it. And for many seniors, this is where garlic can quietly turn from a helper into a hidden hazard. Garlic is powerful. That's why it's been studied for decades. But here's what most people never hear. Garlic's natural compounds can interact with certain medications, not just a little, but in ways that can double their effects or cancel them out completely. Let's start with blood thinners, warfarin, clopidogrel, or even your daily low-dose aspirin. Garlic is already a natural blood thinner, so if you take it at the same time as these meds, you're essentially doubling the thinning effect. What that looks like: it can start small, more bruises than usual, a nosebleed that just won't stop, but in serious cases, it can lead to dangerous internal bleeding. The kind you might not see until you feel suddenly dizzy, weak, or lightheaded. Now let's talk diabetes medications: metformin, glipizide, insulin. Garlic naturally lowers blood sugar. Normally, that's a plus, but paired With these meds, it can push sugar to low, too fast. The result, confusion, blurry vision, sweating, trembling, even fainting. Margaret's story. Margaret, 69, started every morning the same way: breakfast, her diabetes pill, and a garlic and honey mixture she swore kept her healthy. One sunny morning, she took a short walk in her garden. Suddenly, her legs felt heavy, her skin clammy, and her hands trembled so badly she could barely unlock her door. Her blood sugar had crashed, not because her prescription was wrong, but because the garlic amplified it. The safer way: if you take blood thinners, diabetes meds, or blood pressure meds, don't quit garlic, just space it out. For most people, that means eating garlic at least 4 hours before or after medication, and always let your health coach or pharmacist know about your garlic routine. It's not just food. It's a powerful natural compound that works like medicine in your body. The goal isn't to give up garlic. It's to keep its healing power, without creating a dangerous double dose inside you. And that brings us to mistake number 3, one that sounds harmless, but can actually strip garlic of its best benefits before it ever reaches your plate. Visual. Close-up of garlic cloves being chopped, the sound of the knife on the cutting board, followed by the sizzle as it hits a hot pan. You might have been making this mistake for years, and it could be the single biggest reason garlic isn't giving you the health boost you expected. Garlic's magic comes from allicin, that sharp, unmistakable aroma you smell the moment you crush or chop it. This is the powerhouse compound behind garlic's ability to support your heart, improve circulation, strengthen immunity, and even protect memory. Here's the problem: allicin is fragile. The moment garlic hits high heat before it's had time to activate, that healing compound starts breaking down, sometimes in less than 60 seconds. Picture this. You toss minced garlic straight into a pan of sizzling oil. It pops, it browns, it smells sweeter, and that's the sound of allicin disappearing. The flavor remains, but most of the benefits gone. Why this matters even more after 60. As we age, our repair systems slow down. Our arteries, brain, and immune defenses need every bit of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory help they can get. Destroying allicin means we're losing one of nature's simplest, most powerful allies in protecting those systems. The Senior Club Garlic Saver Method. Step 1. Chop, crush, or mince your garlic first. Step 2. Let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes before cooking. This is when allicin fully forms. Step 3. If cooking, add garlic at the very end of the recipe, or saute gently on low heat until just fragrant, not browned. Step 4. For maximum benefits, enjoy garlic raw in dressings, dips, or sprinkled over cooked food. Frank's story. Frank, 72, had been tossing garlic into his stir-fries for decades. His health coach kept telling him his cholesterol numbers weren't budging. Then Frank learned the rest and protect trick. He started crushing his garlic, letting it sit, and stirring it in just before turning off the heat. 3 months later, his blood work showed real improvement, without changing a single recipe. By protecting allicin, you're turning every clove into a little health powerhouse, not just a flavor boost. And that brings us to mistake number 4, one that feels safe but can quietly irritate your stomach and fuel inflammation if you're not careful. Visual. Close-up of a garlic clove on an empty plate, morning sunlight streaming through the window, followed by a hand hesitating before eating it. You've probably seen it in health articles or videos. Start your day with raw garlic on an empty stomach for amazing results. It sounds simple, powerful, and maybe you've even tried it yourself. But here's what they don't always tell you. For many seniors, especially after 60, that one little habit can quietly trigger a chain of problems, from uncomfortable acid reflux to stomach irritation, or even symptoms that mimic heart trouble. Here's why. Garlic is potent. Its sulfur compounds are powerful for health, but also intense on delicate tissues. And when your stomach is empty, there's nothing, no food, no fiber, no protective coating to soften that impact. This means acid reflux risk. Garlic can relax the tiny valve between your stomach and throat. On an empty stomach, acid has a straight path upward, causing burning, sour taste, or even coughing at night. Stomach lining irritation. Seniors often have thinner, more sensitive stomach lining. Garlic's strong compounds can inflame it, leading to nausea, cramps, or annoying discomfort. Worsening existing issues, gastritis, ulcers, or indigestion. Raw. Garlic before food can make them flare. Margaret's story. Margaret, 68, read online that swallowing 1 clove of raw garlic each morning could clear her arteries. For a week, she did it faithfully, but instead of feeling healthier, she woke up with burning in her chest, a sour taste in her mouth, and mild nausea. Fearing it was her heart, she rushed to the health coach, only to learn it was acid reflux triggered by the garlic. The Senior Club safer approach. Pair raw garlic with a small meal that has healthy fats or fiber, like avocado on whole grain toast, or yogurt with chopped veggies. Mix garlic into breakfast recipes, scrambled eggs, savory oatmeal, or a veggie omelet, so you get the benefits without the burn. If you have reflux or a sensitive stomach, start small and see how your body reacts before increasing. The takeaway: garlic works best when it works with your body, not when it forces your digestion into overdrive first thing in the morning. Timing, pairing, and gentleness matter just as much as quantity. And speaking of gentleness, our next mistake might seem harmless, because it comes in a natural capsule or tablet, but for many seniors, it can quietly thin your blood far more than you think. And that's where dangerous garlic mistake number 5 could surprise you. Visual. Close-up of a garlic bulb with green shoots, soft brown spots, and shriveled skin, contrasted with a fresh, plump bulb. Here's a mistake that hides in plain sight, and it's sitting in more kitchens than you think. Picture this. You reach for that garlic bulb tucked in the back of your pantry. Maybe it's got a few green shoots. Maybe the cloves look a little wrinkled, but you think, it's just garlic. I'll cut off the bad bits and it'll be fine. But here's the truth. Old or moldy garlic isn't just weaker in flavor. Can carry hidden toxins that hit harder after 60. Why it matters more now. As we age, our immune defenses aren't as quick to neutralize certain bacteria and molds. What a younger person might shrug off as a mild upset stomach could mean days of nausea, dizziness, or even breathing trouble for a senior, with a much longer recovery time. Old garlic, especially when stored in warm, damp, or closed spaces, can develop mold spores that release mycotoxins irritating lungs, sinuses, and even triggering allergic reactions. Bacterial growth. Garlic stored in oil at room temperature can harbor Clostridium botulinum, the bacteria behind botulism, a rare but dangerous form of food poisoning. Lost benefits. Over time, allicin and antioxidants degrade, leaving you with far less protection than you think. Frank's story. Frank, 72, decided to make garlic bread with a bulb he'd had for months. The cloves were soft with faint green streaks, but he brushed them off and cooked them anyway. That night, he felt dizzy, nauseous, and short of breath. The bread was fine. The culprit was mold toxins in the garlic. A clinic visit confirmed a mild but dangerous foodborne illness. The Senior Club safety checklist. Look, cloves should be firm, pale white to yellow, and dry. Avoid sprouting. Green shoots mean it's past prime and losing nutrients. Never store garlic in oil at room temperature. Refrigerate and use within a week. Follow the 2-month rule. If you don't remember when you bought it, toss it. Smell and touch test. If it's musty, rubbery, or damp in it, don't eat it. Because here's the truth. You're eating garlic to protect your health, not gamble with it. No recipe, no waste, not mindset is worth risking your safety. And speaking of safety, mistake number 6 might shock you because it's something people do while cooking fresh garlic, and it quietly drains away most of the protective power before it ever reaches your plate. You'll want to check your kitchen habits for this one. You might be thinking, wait, garlic is healthy, so why would pairing it with certain foods make it a problem? Here's the twist. Garlic is one of nature's greatest allies for your heart, circulation, and immunity. But when it's combined with high-sodium or high-fat meals, especially processed ones, you can quietly cancel out many of the benefits you're hoping for. Why this matters more after 60. By our 60s, blood vessels lose some of their flexibility, metabolism slows, and the heart becomes more sensitive to the foods we eat. Garlic works to relax blood vessels, lower cholesterol, and reduce inflammation. But sodium and saturated fats push in the opposite direction, tightening arteries, raising blood pressure, and straining your heart. Mixed messages for your body. Garlic says, relax, improve circulation. Sodium and saturated fats say, constrict, retain fluid, raise pressure. The result? Garlic's benefits get muted, and your heart works harder instead of easier. A real-life example, Eleanor, 74, loved garlic butter on her steak, believing she was balancing out red meat with something healthy. But her blood pressure crept up year after year. Her health coach explained that the salt and saturated fat were overpowering garlic's protective effects. When she swapped garlic butter for fresh minced garlic over steamed vegetables, her blood pressure readings improved within weeks. The silent risks: blood pressure spike, sodium draws water into the bloodstream, increasing pressure. Cholesterol creep, saturated fats raise LDL bad cholesterol, countering garlic's benefits. Hidden sodium traps, processed meats like bacon, sausage, and cured ham often have garlic seasoning, but it's paired with sky-high sodium. Better pairings for garlic's full power: fresh vegetables, steamed broccoli, roasted carrots, sautéed, spinach, healthy fats, olive or avocado oil instead of butter or shortening. Smarter seasoning: herbs, pepper, lemon juice instead of heavy salt mixes. Garlic is garnished, chopped raw or lightly cooked garlic added at the end of cooking to keep its allicin intact. How do you usually enjoy garlic? In a light dish or a richer one? Share your favorite healthy garlic recipe in the comments. I might feature it in a future video. Mini urgency layer: the longer you pair garlic with salt-heavy, fatty meals, the less you'll feel its heart and circulation benefits, often until symptoms like swelling, breathlessness, or fatigue start showing up. Start making the swap now, and your body will thank you in weeks, not years. Tease for next part. In the next part, you'll get the safe garlic blueprint, the exact daily habits that make sure every clove you eat works for your heart, your memory, and your energy. Here's the truth: garlic can be one of your strongest allies for heart health, circulation, joints, and even memory, but only if you use it the right way. And once you're over 60, the small details in how and when you eat garlic can make all the difference between unlocking its full power or quietly canceling it out. This is your safe garlic blueprint, designed especially for seniors so you get every benefit without the hidden risks. 1. Respect the activate first rule. Chop, crush, or mince, then wait 8 to 10 minutes before cooking or eating. This pause lets enzymes create the maximum allicin, the compound that does the real work for your heart and immunity. Skip this, and much of garlic's power vanishes. 2. Use gentle heat or enjoy it raw. Add garlic toward the end of cooking, or enjoy it raw in dips, dressings, or sprinkled on warm soup. If raw garlic feels too strong, lightly roast or steam it for a gentler but still potent boost. 3. Pair garlic with boosters. Combine garlic with vitamin C-rich foods, healthy fats, and leafy greens to supercharge its effects. Example: breakfast, avocado toast with minced garlic and fresh tomato slices. 4. Be medication smart. If you take blood thinners, diabetes meds, or blood pressure pills, space garlic at least 4 hours away. It's not about giving it up, it's about using it safely alongside your treatment. 5. Avoid overloading. Start with 1 small clove daily, then adjust. More isn't better if it brings bloating or heartburn. 6. Keep it fresh. Old, sprouting, or moldy garlic loses its health compounds and may carry toxins. Store it cool, dry, and ventilated. 7. Watch the company garlic keeps. Keep garlic away from high-sodium, high-fat meals that undo its heart benefits. Instead, let it shine in lighter dishes like steamed veggies, whole grain pasta, or grilled fish with lemon garlic drizzle. How do you enjoy garlic while keeping it healthy? Raw, roasted, or lightly cooked? Share your tips, I might feature them. Mini urgency layer. The sooner you start these habits, the sooner garlic can protect your heart, memory, and energy. every week you delay means lost time for your body to repair and strengthen. Tease for next part. Up next, why even a few months delay can make the difference between garlic keeping you strong or arriving too late to undo the damage. Most people focus on how to eat garlic, but very few think about when to eat it or what to eat it with. Yet for seniors, those details can decide whether garlic works like a powerful health ally or quietly leaves you with heartburn, energy dips, or even less benefit than you expected. 1. The timing sweet spot for seniors. Late morning or midday is ideal. You've moved past the empty stomach stage that can cause acid reflux, and your digestion is ready to absorb nutrients. Avoid first thing in the morning if you're sensitive. Raw garlic on an empty stomach can cause burning, nausea, or even lightheadedness from a sudden blood pressure dip. Skip raw garlic late at night. It can be mildly stimulating for some, making it harder to fall asleep. 2. Pair garlic with amplifiers. Healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, nuts help carry garlic's protective compounds deeper into your system. Vitamin C-rich foods, peppers, tomatoes, citrus shield garlics, antioxidants, and enhance circulation. High-quality proteins, fish, chicken, legumes steady energy and strengthen muscles. Example lunch, grilled salmon with lemon garlic drizzle and steamed broccoli, heart-healthy, brain-friendly, easy to digest. 3. Avoid garlic blockers. High-fat fried foods, slow digestion and cause bloating. Excess salt strains the heart and can blunt garlic's benefits. Refined sugars spike inflammation, undoing garlic's anti-inflammatory edge. Example to avoid, garlic bread loaded with butter and salt. Tasty, but a heart health trap. 4. Medication timing matters. If you're on blood thinners, thyroid medication, or diabetes meds, give garlic a 3 to 4 hour gap from your dose. This helps prevent amplified blood thinning, sharp drops in blood sugar, or reduced drug absorption. Always confirm with your health coach or pharmacist for your specific schedule. 5. The 2-part day strategy. Midday, small raw or lightly cooked garlic with lunch for energy and circulation. Evening, gently roasted garlic with dinner, heart and immune benefits without late-night irritation. When do you usually eat garlic? Morning, afternoon, or evening? Have you noticed it gives you more energy or helps digestion at a certain time? Share in the comments so we can compare notes. Mini urgency. Every week you delay these timing and pairing changes is another week garlic's full benefits might be slipping through your fingers. Start now, and within days you could notice lighter steps, steadier energy, and easier digestion. Tease for next part. Next, we'll tie it all together with the gentle urgency layer. Why starting these habits today can add years of heart, brain, and energy health. Let's pause for a moment and imagine 2 very different mornings in your future. Future number 1, the I'll fix it someday path. You wake up, and even before you sit up, you feel it, the heaviness in your legs, the stiffness in your fingers, that faint fog behind your eyes. You shuffle to the kitchen, make the same breakfast you've had for years, and toss in garlic, but it's overcooked, mistimed, or paired with the wrong foods. Weeks slip into months, your circulation slows, your digestion feels heavier, and by mid-afternoon you're already drained. One by one, the things you love, gardening, long walks, playing with the grandkids, become too much today, not because you want to stop, but because your body quietly decides for you. Future number 2, the I start today path. You wake, stretch, and notice something different. Your legs feel lighter, your joints less stiff, your head clearer. In the kitchen, you crush fresh garlic, let it rest to activate its allicin, then stir it into a bright mix of olive oil, lemon, and crisp vegetables. You take that first bite knowing you're feeding your heart, brain, and muscles exactly what they've been waiting for. By midday, you're still moving with ease. You meet friends, work on a hobby, or stroll through the park without feeling the need to sit down every 10 minutes, and when night comes, you drift into deep, restorative sleep because your body isn't weighed down by inflammation or sluggish circulation. The truth is, you don't have to change your entire diet to move from future number 1 to future number 2. All it takes is avoiding the 6 garlic mistakes we've covered, and making small, smart tweaks to when and how you enjoy it. And here's the thing, the earlier you start, the bigger your gains. Every day you wait is another day your arteries, joints, and immune system could be rebuilding themselves. But aren't. If you had to choose, which future would you want for yourself 1 year from now, and what's the very first garlic habit you'll start changing tomorrow? Tease for next part. In the next part, we'll make this even easier with a 7-day garlic health challenge, a simple, step-by-step plan that lets you see and feel real changes in your body within a single week. No guesswork, no overwhelm, just results you can feel. Alright, my friend, we've talked about the mistakes. Now it's time to do something about them. This isn't a fad. It's a simple, safe plan for most seniors built so you can feel real changes in your joints, your energy, your focus within a single week. Your mission for the next 7 days: eat garlic the right way, avoiding the 6 dangerous mistakes, and pair it with foods that amplify its natural healing power. Day 1. Activate the magic. Chop or crush 1 small fresh clove. Let it rest 1 to 2 minutes before cooking or eating. This wakes up allicin, garlic's most powerful compound. Pair with fresh vegetables or a drizzle of olive oil for better absorption. Try this: tomato plus cucumber salad with minced garlic and olive oil. You might feel a gentle warmth in your digestion, more steady energy after lunch. Day to swap the wrong for the right. Find 1 bad pairing in your routine: garlic with heavy, salty meats or fried foods. Replace it with a lighter, heart-friendly choice like grilled fish, lentils, or leafy greens. Question: which swap feels easiest for you? Tell me, so we can inspire others. You might feel less bloating, a lighter feeling after meals. Day 3. Cook smart. Lightly saute garlic on low heat for under 1 minute to keep its nutrients alive. Avoid tossing it into smoking hot oil. Think warm and gentle, not burn and bitter. You might feel more flavor in your food without heaviness in your stomach. Day 4. Add color to the plate. Combine garlic with vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers, broccoli, or a splash of lemon juice. Vitamin C helps your body absorb garlic's antioxidants faster. You might feel a cleaner, fresher boost of energy. Day 5. Timing is everything. Eat garlic with meals, not on an empty stomach. 2. Avoid acid reflux. If you take medication, blood thinners, thyroid meds, or diabetes drugs, keep garlic 2 to 3 hours apart unless your health coach advises otherwise. You might feel no heartburn, smoother digestion. Day 6. Try the power blend. Mix garlic plus olive oil plus parsley plus lemon juice into a spread for whole grain toast or steamed veggies. This combo supports heart health, joint flexibility, and circulation. You might feel looser joints, a pleasant warmth in your hands and feet. Day 7. Reflect and reset. Notice changes. Are your joints less stiff? Do you feel more alert in the morning? Is digestion smoother? Write down your top 2 to 3 wins, even small ones, and decide which habits you'll keep. You might feel a quiet pride in knowing you took control of your health this week. Why this works: 7 days is long enough to feel results, but short enough to stay motivated. These mini daily wins build confidence, and soon, this challenge becomes your new normal. If you're joining the challenge, what's the very first change you're making tomorrow morning? Let's cheer each other on in the comments. Tease for next module. In the next part, we'll bust the biggest garlic myths that still circulate today, so no outdated old wives' tales steal your progress. Here's a garlic truth most people never hear: the very thing you believe is helping your health could be quietly doing the opposite, simply because of how you use it. Garlic has been called nature's antibiotic, the heart's best friend, and the secret to long life. But here's the catch: not every garlic habit is a healthy one. In fact, believing certain garlic myths can rob you of its benefits for years, and in some cases, even make problems worse. Let's bust the big ones so you can protect your health, keep your meals delicious, and enjoy garlic the way it was meant to be. Myth number 1: garlic is always good for you, no matter how you eat it. Reality: garlic is powerful, But like a sharp knife, it can either help or harm depending on how it's handled. Overcooking it until it's brown, swallowing it raw in giant chunks, or pairing it with the wrong foods can strip away its heart-protecting compounds. Visual. Imagine tossing fresh garlic straight into smoking hot oil. You'll smell it go from sharp and fresh to sweet and mellow in seconds. That's the moment its magic slips away. Myth number 2. I've eaten garlic all my life with no problems, so I don't need to change anything now. Reality. Your 70-year-old body isn't the same as your 40-year-old body. Digestion slows, sensitivities change, and the way you absorb nutrients can shift. Mini story. I once spoke with a 74-year-old gentleman who swore by his daily raw garlic clove until he realized it was the hidden cause of his constant heartburn. A few small tweaks and he kept the benefits without the burn. Myth number 3. The more garlic, the better. Reality. Garlic works in the right dose, and for most seniors, that's 1 to small cloves a day. Too much can cause bloating, dizziness, or dangerous blood thinning if you're on certain medications. Sensory hook. Think of garlic like strong perfume. A little makes an impression. Too much overpowers everything. Myth number 4. Garlic supplements are just as good as fresh garlic. Reality. Many supplements lose their active compound, allicin, during processing. If you do use them, choose brands tested by independent labs and never hide them from your health coach. Myth number 5. Garlic is too harsh for seniors. Reality. It's not about avoiding garlic, it's about how you prepare it. Chop it, let it rest for a minute, then warm it gently, and pair it with digestion-friendly foods. Myth number 6. You have to eat it raw for it to work. Reality. Raw garlic can be potent, but also hard on the stomach. Light cooking after a brief rest keeps potency while making it easier to digest. Many visual. Picture minced garlic sitting on the cutting board, releasing its aroma like tiny bursts of spice into the air. That's allicin, activating before cooking. Why busting these myths matters now, not later. The longer you believe these myths, the more you risk losing the heart, brain, and immune support garlic can give you. One small adjustment today can protect your health for years to come. Key takeaway. Garlic isn't magic, it's a powerful tool. Handle it right, and it can support your heart, sharpen your memory, and keep you strong well into your 80s and beyond. Feel good close. Imagine this 7 days from now. You're enjoying a warm dinner, the soft aroma of garlic drifting from your plate. You feel light, energized, and proud knowing every bite is protecting you, not harming you. That's the future we're building, one smart habit at a time. In the next module, we'll cover caregiver and budget tips, how to make these garlic upgrades affordable, easy, and doable whether you cook for yourself or someone else helps you. Making garlic work for your health shouldn't mean making your life harder or your wallet lighter. Whether you're cooking for yourself or have a loved one, caregiver, or helper in the kitchen, these tips make garlic safe, effective, and budget-friendly without losing flavor or benefits. 1. Choose fresh without overspending. Pick bulbs that feel heavy for their size, with tight, crisp skins that rustle like paper. Freshness you can feel. Avoid pre-peeled packs unless you'll use them in 3 to 4 days. They lose their health power quickly. Pro chef secret. If a clove sprouts a green stem inside, slice it in half, remove the sprout, and use the rest. It's still perfectly good and sweet. 2. Buy in small batches or share. For one person, one bulb often lasts 1 to 2 weeks. If you buy a bag for savings, share with a neighbor or family member to keep it fresh. 3. Store it right and simple. Keep garlic in a cool, dark, dry spot, never the fridge. A small woven basket or mesh bag works wonders. Caregivers, check. Weekly for mold or soft spots. 4. Pre-prep for busy days. Chop a few cloves at once, let them rest 1 minute for allicin activation, and store in a dated glass jar in the fridge for up to 3 days. This way, healthy cooking is as simple as open jar, sprinkle, enjoy. 5. Make it easier for arthritic hands. Use a garlic rocker or press instead of mincing with a knife. Or roast whole bulbs until soft, then squeeze out the cloves like warm butter. Mini story. Mrs. Allen, 79. Struggled with chopping after arthritis. Flares, now she uses a small press and says, I never skip it anymore. 6. Affordable flavor boosts. Pair garlic with budget superfoods, spinach, carrots, oats, lentils. Example, add garlic to a hearty lentil and spinach soup, costs pennies, tastes gourmet, boosts heart health. 7. Cooking for two, stretch the benefits. Roast several cloves with olive oil at once, store in the fridge for days, adding them to multiple meals. Caregivers love this, less prep time, more flavor, and gentler on digestion. Why these tips matter? Garlic's power isn't just in the clove, it's in making sure you can use it right every single day, without stress or strain. When it's easy and affordable, it becomes a lifelong habit, and that's when the real health wins happen. Picture this, you open your cupboard and see a small, perfect garlic bulb waiting. You smile, knowing it's not just an ingredient. It's one of your cheapest, strongest health allies. Whether you prepare it yourself or someone helps you, that little clove is one more step toward a stronger heart, sharper mind, and more independent life. Before we wrap this up, picture something with me. You're standing in your kitchen holding a small garlic clove. You know exactly what to do, how to crush it, let it rest, and pair it with the foods that make it even more powerful. You've avoided the 6 mistakes that most people will make for the rest of their lives, simply because no one told them, but you. You know better now. 1. Quick recap of the key truths. We uncovered the 6 mistakes that silently steal garlic's benefits, from eating it raw in excess to cooking it wrong, to pairing it with the wrong foods or medications. We learned the right way to protect its power, prepping it properly, pairing it wisely, and storing it to keep it fresh. And we saw that small changes matter. 1 tiny clove, used correctly, can protect your heart, joints, brain, and immunity for years. 2. Identity lock. This is who you are now. You're no longer guessing. You're now someone who uses garlic as a health ally, not just an ingredient. Each time you prepare it the right way, you're saying, my health matters. My independence is worth protecting. I'm not leaving it to chance. 3. Emotional visualization, your new normal. It's a quiet evening. The kitchen is warm. You hear the soft crunch of the garlic under your knife. A fresh aroma rises into the air. You smile, knowing you're not just cooking, you're strengthening your future. 1 bite at a time. 4. The quiet power of this change. This isn't about dramatic overnight transformations. It's about a small, daily act that builds strength, protects your heart, and sharpens your mind year after year. Garlic isn't just in your pantry, it's part of your health identity. Bridge to final module, and now, in our final step together, I want to leave you not just with knowledge, but with a feeling, the kind that makes you take action tonight and keep going for the rest of your life. Picture this. You're standing in your kitchen, holding a small garlic clove. You know exactly how to prepare it, and with that choice, you're protecting your heart, keeping your mind sharp, and adding days of comfort you might have otherwise lost. 1. Emotional empowerment close. You've learned the 6 mistakes that quietly steal garlic's health power, and more importantly, how to avoid them. You've gone from hoping garlic was helping you, to knowing it's working for you. This isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about building a stronger, more independent future with every meal. 2. Painting the 2 futures final gentle push. 1 year from now, you're walking without stiffness, waking with more energy, hearing your health coach say, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Or, still preparing garlic the old way, wondering why nothing has changed, letting small, silent mistakes chip away at your strength. 1 path keeps you active and confident. The other slowly takes those gifts away. The choice is in your hands, and it starts with your very next clove. 3. Warm community invitation. Here at Senior Club, we believe that age doesn't limit your health, only the habits you choose to. If this garlic series opened your eyes, don't stop here. Join thousands of seniors who are making small, smart changes that protect their future. Your next breakthrough could be waiting in the very next video. 4. Call to action, engage and share. Subscribe so you never miss another life-changing tip. Comment below, which garlic mistake surprised you the most? Share this video with someone who still thinks garlic is just garlic. And watch how their health changes too. Stay strong, stay healthy, and remember, your next step to better health is just one click away. This is Senior Club, and I'll see you in the next video.